everyone, this is James, and it is April 5th, about 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is the 4-hour chart of Bitcoin. This is BTC USD on the Bitfinex exchange. First of all, this is not investment advice. Second of all, just for all the new viewers, we are currently still in a downtrend, a series of lower highs, and on top of that, we have a series of lower lows. So basically, what I've said in my prior videos is that I do expect if we do break down and go towards the 6,000 bottom, we will go through it. So yes, there may be a small bounce like so, but obviously I am looking for more downside on Bitcoin. So let me redraw that because I was kind of off to the right. But anyways, what I would expect is a breakdown. Okay, we might have, let me talk about this first. Let me just diverge from the breakdown real quick. This right here is a coil, and what we've done is provided a series of lower highs and lower lows showing that sellers are in control of the market. We had our opportunity to continue a very similar pattern that has occurred in Bitcoin to where we've had like a bottom, we've had a run, a correction, and then one more run before we decide to roll over. This immediately got sold off and made a much deeper correction than the average 50% correction. So we could have a small run this way, and if we do have a run, it may even top over this high right here, just slightly, something like this. But no matter what happens, no matter if we get a smaller run to right here or a higher run to about right here, I do anticipate that price is going to head down. Basically what we're creating here is another flag, another bear flag. What we can see, just the repetition of that same exact pattern in the chart, to where we create these flags, and and then you can obviously understand exactly where price goes. Due to these consolidations, it's because sellers are in control of the market. So I talked about if price was able to base out like so and then generate an up move, that would be a positive sign. But I really do not see that happening. What I see happening is price forming another coil that I think if it does give a spike up, no matter what, we are headed back down. And we've broken the positive trend line, which is right here. This trend line right here is, this is not a trend line. This is the 6,000 bottom. So we are very close. That's what makes me think we're building a lot of energy. If we do break to the downside, it's going to break through this zone, and we are going to find ourselves into the mid-5 range. That's what I've said. That's what I still expect to happen. Even if we do come here and bounce, no matter what, I am expecting a break of this zone, okay? And I will go on record for saying that. I've said on the past few videos as well, I expect there to be more downside and a continuation of the same pattern we're seeing, which is lower highs and lower lows, and we do not have a solid enough base to generate a bigger move out to blow out the tops of these highs. So if we had something crazy happen over the weekend to where we took out this area, this 7600 or 7500 zone, 7600 zone, all the way up to about 9200, and we broke out of that zone, that would completely change my mind. You wouldn't have to worry about being left behind at the train station, because if price did make some wild and crazy move like that, more than likely it's going to make a correction. That correction would then be the entry point to ride up. But I do not see that happening. That is like that's like the rosy, super positive side of the move. But instead, like I said, like I keep reiterating, that price is going down. Price is going down. This right here, this failure to reach this line was another sign of weakness in the market. The fact that we retraced more than 50% on this correction is another sign of weakness. So if we do get a push up, I can tell you that more than likely it's a false move. It's another trap before we head lower. And that's one thing that I've said in my prior videos too, is that I feel like this market is just being manipulated to the upside. Larger positions can churn themselves out of this market, and that's why we see a series of these, small, thin V-bottom runs to where price runs, and you can see what happens. You can see the aftermath due to this weak run right here, this weak base is what I'm trying to say. And we keep having those same exact things, just pattern after pattern after pattern. I mean, here's the other one, and you can just see the same thing. The same thing right here, just that one push bar, everyone gets crazy, everyone thinks it's going to the moon, and then boom, they get hammered right out of their position. Now, every single time Bitcoin coils, it ultimately leads to more downside in price. We can see the continuation of the coils. So I'm not bullish on Bitcoin. I do not think I'm going to change my attitude on that until I start to see some big moves to the upside, breaking to new highs, and creating a series of higher highs and higher lows. I do not think we're ready for that yet. I do think we have more downside. So I've reiterated myself quite a few times just within 5 minutes, but that is my observation based on my analysis. These lines encapsulate price action. So we can see that all the slopes are pointing downward. The red slope, the blue slope right here that you see in front of you, these slopes right here point downward. This purple slope right here was the uptrend slope. This is another iteration of that uptrend slope. Okay. We are not sticking to the uptrend slope. Instead, we're sticking to the downtrend slope. So this again shows that sellers are in control of this market. This is very basic technical analysis. I call it basic, but there's a lot more that goes to these lines than I go into depth on. But I've done this for a very long time, and when you can frame price in and you can see that price is reacting to a negative slope, that's a red flag that price is obviously not done with its current sell-off. Again, I think we're pushing lower. There may be a little rally into the weekend, okay? If there is a rally, I can tell you that any weekend activity typically gets reversed. So by Sunday afternoon to Monday, the price gets reversed. If we start to head down into the weekend, it's going to be another brutal weekend. And maybe by Sunday afternoon to Monday morning, we'll have a little relief rally and then a continuation of the same exact pattern that we keep playing out. So anyways, that's it for tonight. There's really not much to say here. We're in a little consolidation zone. You got about a 50-50 probability whether it's going to go up, whether it's going to go down. There's really no telling. We have some long legs here on these bars. That's what I call like when you see it stair stepping up. But no matter what, my picture is that we are going to create, even if we do get a pop, a bear flag, and we are going to go down, and we are going to travel at least double the distance. So you're talking about roughly 64 to, that's almost 1,000 points. That could be about 1,000 points outside of this zone, which could put us right into the mid 5,000 range, which is what I've been calling for. So if we do head down, that's the price objective around the mid 5,000 range. Everybody have a great night or great day depending on where you are. If you like the video, please give it a like, thumbs up, follow, share, subscribe, depends on what social media platform you're on. I would highly suggest joining my free Slack community. There's over 185 members now. Quite a lot of people have subscribed now, or joined the Slack channel. It's all cryptocurrency based. You can talk about other investments too if you want, but people do share their ideas, charts, news on the cryptocurrencies. It's just a great place to be, to have like-minded people to talk and converse with. You can find more about that. You can go to my site, geometriccharts.com, and at the bottom there's links to my social media accounts, and there's also a link to the Slack channel. You just click the Slack icon, takes you right there. You join. You can download the app for your phone and have it on your mobile phone too. So it's just a great place to be. It's a great community. But anyways, that's it for tonight. Everybody have a great day or a great night depending on where you are.